if 2 raised to the power 2x minus 3y equals 32, and log of xy equals to 2, find the values of x and y for the month of 2006. To solve this one, I'll take each of them as different stories and then form equations from them. Now let's begin from this one here. 2 raised to the power 2x minus 3y is equal to 32. 32 can be written as 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. 2, 3, 4, 5 places. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. That's 2 raised to the power 5. I need to say something. Try as much as possible to know the different index notations for most of these numbers. From 2, do 2 by 1, 2 by 2, 2 by 3. Run it through to 2 to 10. Do the same thing for 3, do the same thing to 4, do the same thing for 5. That way, any number you see, you can be able to do it backwards and put it in index notation. But it's repetition that will be the miracle you're looking for. As you keep doing this over and over and over, it becomes yours. All right? So I've said 2 to the power 2x minus 3y is equal to 2 to 5 because 2 to 5 is the expression of 32. Because they have the same base, I equate their powers. This means 2x minus 3y is equal to 5. This is equation 1. Now let's come to the second one here. Log xy is equal to 2. What can we do? We can be able to convert this into index form. And in converting to index form, I told you how to do it. Y to the 2, that's y raised to the power 2 is equal to x, or simply y square. So if I bring it on the other side, I'm going to have x minus y square. That's if I take this towards this way. This is equal to 0. This is equation 2. So I have two equations here. What are the two equations? 2x minus 3y equals to 5. That's equation 1. X minus y square equal to 0. Now or maybe for easier, I think it makes sense. Use this as the second equation. That means x is equal to y square as equation 2. Now, what do I want to do? What I want to do is that I want to take this particular x equals to y square. I will substitute it in equation 1. So I'm saying that you are going to say substitute equation 2 in equation 1. So this means anywhere I see x, I put y square. Come here. I see x here. I'm going to put y square. So it's going to be 2y square minus 3y then equal to 5. Rearrange this to form a quadratic equation. You're going to have 2y square minus 3y. Take this towards this other side, minus 5 equals to 0. Now, to solve this question, watch. What is AC in quadratic equation? AC means A here, which is 2, times C, which is minus 5. That will give you minus 10. Look for two numbers in which when you multiply, you're going to have minus 10. And when you add, you're going to have minus 3. Those two numbers are simply minus 5 and plus 2. So I replace it here in this place. So you have something like this. 2y squared minus 5y plus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. Match it by pairing, like this. So pairing this, I'm going to have something like this. Y is equal to 2y minus 5. And then plus 1 equals to 2y minus 5. Now, this factored means y plus 1 and 2y minus 5. Now, what can each of them? This equals to 0. If you solve this correctly, y will be equals to minus 1. If you solve this correctly, y will be equals to that's 5 over 2. That means if you consider y plus 1 equals to 0 and solve, you have minus 1. If you take 2y minus 5 equals to 0, you have 5 over 2. These are the two figures that we have here. Now, if you have gotten the value of y, you can now bring it in equation 2 to solve for x. What does x stands for? X, let me begin with the first one. When y equals to minus 1, that's the first one. So x, which was normally y square, is going to be x is equals to minus 1 all square. And this is going to be x is equal to 1. While when y is equal to 5 over 2. So x, which normally is y squared, will be x is equal to what is y? That's 5 over 2 all square. So x becomes 5 square is 25 and 2 square is 4. All right, so look at what I did. What I did first was taking this to form a simple equation. Take this and form a simple equation. This was the equation. Now, using the second one, I substituted in the first reaction. So wherever I saw x, I replaced it with y squared. So x here, I saw it, I put y squared, then 3y, and 5. I then rearranged everything to form a quadratic equation. And then I solved my quadratic equation by factorization method. Then after solving the quadratic equation where I got y minus 1 and 5 over 2, I then proceeded to insert it in second equation to solve for x. And this was it. So these are the two options you see there in that question. Until then, see you next time.